Have fun. Yeah, we're back at full health. Like, we're back at full health. I'm gonna fish for a sludge bomb, like poison. Alright, no such luck on that, that's fine. Let's go ahead and sludge bomb one more time. Let's see, and Pollen Puff has got like 16 charges, so it can hit us a total of 8 times. Alright, there's the poison. That's a timer. What's going on, everybody? Lincoln the K here, back for another VGC video, and today we're going to be showcasing some Regulation G battles. You know, Regulation G was just announced, which is allowing one restricted Pokemon, which is typically known as like box art legendaries and stuff like that. And I decided what better way to start this, you know, like playoff is... Let's start with my favorite legendary, which is Eternatus. You know, the poison dragon space dragon, I guess you could say. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to use it too much last generation, but towards the very tail end, like right post Worlds and everything, I started using it, and like I realized it was like a lot of fun. So whenever Regulation G was announced, I immediately thought, it was like, I am totally going to use this Pokemon. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this Pokemon is a lot of fun. This Pokemon is great for just stalling out even some of the most offensive, like oppressive teams. Given it's got actions to pressure, base 90 defenses on both sides, and 140 HP, once you get like at least 1 or 2 cosmic powers off, even just one, this Pokemon is insanely powerful. Like, you cannot take it down, especially when you get allies such as Incineroar, you know, hitting people with Intimidate, you know, Parting Shot, and you bringing in Sinistcha. You know, Sinistcha, you know, gets that Hospitality, it's got Life Dew, you know, it can do all these little things to help out, and, you know, you even got Wo-Chien with, like, Snarl. Like, this team, it's not your average run-of-the-mill hyper-offensive team. This thing is straight up here to, say... grab some popcorn. Grab some popcorn. We're going to be here for a bit. And let's break this down a little bit before I get ahead of myself. Obviously, the first Pokemon that we're going to be showcasing is Eternatus. This Pokemon, as I said, base 90 defenses, 140 HP, it's just a tank. It is absolutely disgusting. And giving this also access to Cosmic Power, which further ups both defenses in one shot. It gets access to Recover. It has Leftovers. This thing, like, it does not matter. Like, anything outside of a critical hit is not beating this Pokemon. Yeah, pretty much the only thing that gets this thing is crits, and I would know because I've been doing a lot of testing on Showdown. Doing a lot of testing on Showdown with this guy. And, I mean, obviously we also got Flamethrower to, like, you know, bully Steel types, and we also got Sludge Bomb for just, you know, passive damage. But the best part about it is it also has the chance to poison the opponents, which also puts them on a timer. I did think about using Toxic, but honestly, Sludge Bomb poisons Pokemon just enough and just often enough that it's worth keeping around. Let's see. I think that's all we could say. We do have a Dark Terra on this thing, solely for the fact being is Dark Terra is... it's mandatory. It is practically mandatory, especially if you're going against, you know, Pokemon such as Eternatus or any other Prankster, Taunt User, Prankster, Thunderwave, you know, all that stuff. Whimsicott doesn't like it, Eternatus doesn't like it, Grimmsnarl doesn't like it, Klefki doesn't like it. There's just so many ways, like, it's anti-Prankster because, you know, Prankster can easily shut it down. It's also really good to, like, say, mildly wall Miraidon. That way you're not hit like super effective with Draco Meteor. Calyrex Shadow Rider cannot touch this thing. Calyrex Shadow Rider cannot touch this thing once it's Terra Dark, just because of its immense bulk. Yeah, sure, you might have the Rogue Terra Fighting one, or you might have the Rogue Pollen Puff user, but even still, once you get those defenses up, you're winning the war of attrition, and that's what this Pokemon is all about. It's winning the war of attrition. Let's see. It's also got its, teammates. Obviously, you got Incineroar. Incineroar is just an overall just amazing Pokemon. Everybody knows Incineroar. Everybody loves Incineroar. I say that very sarcastically. I am personally not a fan of Incineroar, but it is a necessary evil for this team. With access to Fake Out, Parting Shot, Knockoff, Flare Blitz, it's a very, very powerful, very, effective, all-rounder mon. Obviously, Figgy Berry. That way it gets, any little bit of HP it can. We got Sinisha. Sinisha is honestly, Sinisha is one of the most amazing Pokemon for this team, given that it has Hospitality, which recovers 25% of your allies' HP on swap. It's got access to Matcha Gotcha, Scald, which is just burning the opponents, getting some HP back. It's also got Strength Sap for all these heavy hitters. It also lowers their attack. Life Dew, that way it can also just help heal, say, Eternatus while it's out there without having to keep playing the swapping game. Yeah, and it's also Terra Water, just in case you really want to just hammer home for the offensive purposes of this thing. It's really good. It's a really solid Pokemon. Wo-Chien, I love Wo-Chien. This thing is actually, hilarious. Because its Tablets of Ruin removes the ability, or it lowers the opponent's attacks. It also lowers your attack, but you don't really have any attackers on here besides Urshifu and Incineroar, but we'll explain that in a little bit. You got Snarl, Pollen Puff, Protect, Leech Seed. I have realized that you can also drop Pollen Puff for Giga Drain, but Pollen Puff is also, again, side healing your teammates, whether it be Sinisha, Eternatus, Incineroar, anything that's there just to survive. Leech Seed can help stall out things. Snarl gets rid of issues such as Calyrex Shadow Rider. It also helps mitigate damage from, say, Lando Eye and other problematic Pokemon like that. Obviously, Protect just to keep that little bit of, health going. And I know it shows Mango Berry. If you're playing this on Showdown, you can see on the team sheet it says Wiki Berry. However, it's nature. It's nature related. When I was testing this game this team on cart, I realized it does not matter what mint you use. It will go to its base thing. And I was so confused because I popped a Wiki Berry and then I got confused. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Anyways, that's why there's a little bit of difference and discrepancy there, just in case anybody's confused and worried. Next up, we also got these are for the hyper-offensive options here. We got Flutter Mane, Choice Specs, Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Icy Wind, which is just all really, really, really solid. Dazzling Gleam just hits as hard as it can. And it's great to go up against, Groudon, Koraidon, which are some of the biggest offensive pressures in this game at the present moment for Regulation G. Moonblast, if you want to do that single target in case, there's an Iron Valiant that's got, wide guard, just to go right for that. Shadow Ball is also great for, picking off, Calyrex and stuff. Because in the Sun, I mean, we don't have Sun ourselves, but if they somehow got Sun and Calyrex, they're just asking for it. And then we have Urshifu, Choice Scarf, Surging Strikes, Aqua Jet, Close Combat U-Turn. This is an Adamant Nature, so it does have a chance to OHKO Calyrex in Terra Water while outspeeding at, I think it's 223. It's got access to U-Turn, Close Combat, Aqua Jet, obviously. You could drop Aqua Jet for, say, Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner is really good, especially for, Miraidon issues. Psychic spam issues, things like that. This team is really, really, really solid. We are going to jump into some matches so you guys can see exactly, and I'm not even, touching my controller. That's why it keeps going dim and dark. But, yeah, we're going to jump into some matches and show off how this thing goes. But beforehand, I want to do some things here. I want to read out some things. There are some things that do shut down this team. I want to make it very clear. There are some things that hard shut down this team. Obviously, critical hits. Critical hits on Eternatus will pretty much make this entire team fall apart. I mean, there are other ways you can get around certain issues, but critical hits will shut you down. Otherwise, another thing you got to worry about is the fact that Groudon and Calyrex Ice Rider are massive users of Clear Amulet. So pretty much you want to either fake out that turn 1 or you want to knock off, that Clear Amulet, then go for a parting shot. You got to worry that it does leave you at the mercy of them doubling into your Eternatus. So one thing is you want to worry about keeping that Eternatus like as untouched as possible. That's about the best way you can put it, until it gets those cosmic powers up, and then afterwards, free run, free reign. But yeah, that's it. And before we get going, if there's any other Pokemon you guys want to see me use, if there's any other Regulation G, you get what I'm saying. If there's any restrictions you guys want to see, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see, and then I will definitely pick one, and then we will move that for the next week or whatever. But without further ado, let's get into some battles here. Okay. Take, like 25. I've literally been trying to get a video going for like 20 minutes now. And we finally do have us a a team worthy of recording against. Mainly it's just been, people running whatever they want. I think the most goofy thing I've seen was Calyrex, Zacian, and they ended up running Moonblast Zacian. I couldn't in good consciousness show that one. Just couldn't. Sorry. Huh? You know what? I think I'm gonna go with Wo-Chien here. Sorry, I'm a little bit frazzled. As I said, I've spent like the past, actually now looking at the time, 45 minutes trying to get a match going, and it has just been ridiculous stuff the entire time. So hopefully we get a good one going here. Alright, P2 Incineroar. This is perfectly A-okay here. This is perfectly A-okay. Alright, their Incineroar either speed tides us or is faster. That's good to know. It's important knowledge. Very important knowledge, actually. And they got a special attack rise. That's a little annoying. But we're just going to Cosmic Power here, and we're actually going to Parting Shot the P2. Alright, that's fine. That is really fine. But I really don't mind if Trick Room goes up like this early on. Solely for the fact being is, well, it burned the turn. I'm actually going to bring in Wo-Chien here. Probably get some Leech Seeds or Snarls off, depending on the vibe. You know what? I might just, see, we're going to go for a Cosmic Power, obviously. And I am going to go for a Snarl. Like, I just want to really, like, hinder this P2, because it's going to be a pain. Alright, we can handle a Flare Blitz with ease. Especially if it's at -1. Parting Shot. No, they're just going to go for the offense, too. Okay, yeah. We're perfectly okay. Alright. We got one boost up. That's actually massive, because now this P2 is going to be doing astronomically less. I can almost feel comfortable just terrestrializing into our Dark type right now. Going for another Cosmic Power, and maybe a Leech Seed on the P2. Yeah, there's no Terra on their end, so that's great, and that's actually huge for us. Not that they really need a Terra. I'm just tearing to mitigate Ice Beam damage. And potential Glacial Lance whenever that comes in. Alright, we eat that. We may not take that Flare Blitz though. Oh, they actually go for a Will-O-Wisp, which is actually really nice. I wonder why they went for that instead. But that also guarantees the fact that they may not have knockoff, which is actually really great for us. It's actually really, really great for us. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna continuously, like, build up our defenses. Let's get a Protect off here. You know, just to do, like, even less damage. Or, like, even take less damage. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't English. Alright, just gonna Terra Blast, do literal nothing. Alright. Will-O-Wisp all you want. I'm special attackers. Like, yeah, sure, Residual's annoying, but we can handle it. Especially with the fact that we do also still have access to, recover. So, I'm pretty confident with this. Not genuinely scared, not genuinely worried or anything. At this point, we're just hunkering down, playing the War of Attrition. Alright, I am definitely 100% going for another Cosmic Power, you know. Because, what, we were at 3? Oh yeah, we're at 3. Let's go for 4. Let's also Leech Seed here. Oh, they're just going to cancel, which is actually huge. Super basic. And unfortunately, not enough to show off, you know, the team's actual prowess. But, you know, that's a good game 1. That's a good game 1. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright. I will see you guys in the next match, but I'm going to pause until then because I actually have to go to work. So I'm going to look a little bit different whenever I get back. Alright, finally. It only took another hour. Been doing casual battles for ranked matches, or ranked videos, whatever. They're not good. It's not a good time. So I am definitely going to go with an Eternatus Incineroar lead. Synergy on the back seems really promising. And I'm genuinely torn if I want to bring Fluttermane or if I want to bring Wo-Chien. Wo-Chien's really good though. I don't know. I trust Wo-Chien. It's one of those things that I definitely trust. Man. Man, I hope I'm recording this one. Okay, I am. Good. That would have been awkward. That would have been really awkward. Be like, hey, finally got one. Oh, surprised you didn't. My phone's going off. Okay, so I am actually super comfortable with terrestrializing into a dark type immediately and just going for the build-up. Let's go ahead and knock off the Kitty Cat. I don't know why I said Kitty Cat. They said their name's Camel Leopard, so it threw me off. I see Leopard. The Farigiraf. It's not my fault. I'm just doing what I'm told when I'm reading. Alright, but yeah, I'm pretty confident with this. Seems to be the safest play. There's a Tailwind. I'm okay with that. Maybe a Hyper Voice coming in. Throat Spray. Oh, they're actually going to go for a Psychic Noise, which is actually even better. It's actually astronomically better than I had anticipated. That's going to do more than enough. Safety goggles. Okay, so I'm fine with just like consistently beefing up here then. Because they can't taunt us, they can't do anything. I'm going to knock off on the Eternatus. Yeah, they're going to do minimal damage to us. Speed drop, that's fine. Dazzling Gleam, next to nothing. I really, really thoroughly enjoy this Pokemon. It's so good. And that's why our first video is using this one. Oh, man. It's just such a good Pokemon. It's so beefy, it's so bulky, and paired with, like, the right mons, it is terrifying. So I'm gonna just... man. I know I got 2 Cosmic Powers under my belt, that's a lot. But I feel like I should go on the offense just to mess with them. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and they bring out the Sunny Day. That's perfection, actually. Alright. Lopard. I can't read. Okay. I just can't read. I'm an idiot. I can't read. It's fine though. So we got 2 of our mons down. Still pretty healthy on the one that matters the most in this terms. Not that, you know, Incineroar doesn't mean anything. It's just Gucci Mane. And Beefy Funk. What are these names, bro? Also, no Venusaur at all, which is actually pretty good. So what we're actually going to do here is I'm going to go throw a flamethrower at this thing while we bring in Sinistcha to pretty much ensure we get as much HP as possible. Is this the right idea? I feel like this is like the perfect idea. Okay. So Terra Fairy? I could see a Terra Fairy happening here. Yeah, okay. Terra Fairy's fine because I'm kind of okay with letting Sinistcha go down here. That's fine. That's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. It's going to do a lot of damage too. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. So I'm actually okay kind of going on the hyper defensive here. Tailwind's out, but that doesn't really matter much. I am going to Tailwind here, or recover here, and I'm going to bring in Wo-Chien. And the reason I'm bringing in Wo-Chien instead of, say, Incineroar is because Incineroar is just going to drop immediately, as much as I don't want that to happen. I want to try at least fake out the Flutter Mane for a fighting chance whenever it gets in. Okay, we handled that fairly nicely. Dazzling Gleam's going to be super annoying to deal with. Yeah. Alright, so if we wake up here, this is going to be great. It's going to be huge. And it's massive. Perfect. So that keeps us in the running. Alright, so I thought about faking out the Flutter Mane here. But I genuinely feel like, you know, that Venusaur might be the bigger threat. Because it can put us to sleep, and, you know, 3 turns of sleep equals, you know, just an auto loss. So, yeah, let's try this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just how this game goes, honestly. Alright. Chunk one more Dazzling Gleam. Yeah. Venusaur is gone. It's exactly what we needed. Alright, and then we bring Sinistra in, get a little bit of an extra HP boost, and then we hit recover. Because this looks to be specs. I'm gonna life do just in case it isn't. But it is. That feels like it is. Alright, the photosynthesis wears off, so hopefully that means that we can now turn on the offensive of ourselves. I am going to hit recover just one more to just stake out what kind of damage we're looking at here. Okay. So it's still less than half. We're back to full HP, that's fine. Yeah, we could just Sledge Bomb here. Oh, they just canceled. Quick. That's great, that's great. Alright. Works out for us. They probably ran out of PP is what happened. It's probably not, what's the word? It's probably not PP maxed. So, we probably just won the war of attrition. That's the one thing I do love about this Pokemon is that, you know, if you're not prepared to have, or if like you're not PP maxed, you will lose 100% of the time. But all right, well let's jump into another match. I will see you guys over in the next set. Alrighty. Let's see. They got Zacian, Gouging Fire. This is a very heavy physical attack team. But I am 1000% actually going to lead. Actually, I was going to lead Eternatus. Do I want to lead Eternatus? I feel like I do need to lead Eternatus. We'll go Eternatus, Urshifu, Sinistra in the back, and you know what? Yeah, we'll go Snail. And the reason we're going to go Snail is because it lowers attack, it's a passive attack, and it's got access to Snarl, which is great for the Landorus. If they don't need Landorus, I'm okay with not terrestrializing. Mainly for the fact being is we kind of hardwall most things outside of that. So they do need Landorus, which is a big old yikes. It's a massive yikes, but I don't know, I'm gonna terrestrialize Cosmic Power either way. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to hunker down. We're just going to Cosmic Power, and we're going to Surging Strikes. Because I know that, you know, Chinpao and Zacian have Sacred Sword, and that is not a good... It's not a good look for us. So they're actually going to Earth Power our Urshifu, which is disgusting. Okay. So that leads me to believe that that might be a modest variant, honestly. That might actually be a modest variant. Man, that just puts us in the back line real quick. Incineroar may have been a good, like a better pick. But at the same time, you know, we live and we learn. I am going to Snarl here because we should be able to tank one Earth Power now. Jesus, that did way more than I was wanting. That did astronomically more than I was wanting. Yikes. Alright, so we got 2 up. Get special attack. Alright, so now we gotta go back on the defensive. We gotta sit back on the defensive. Let's recover here. And we're gonna bring Sinistra out. I just really am against the idea of like terrestrializing Eternatus, knowing that, you know, Sacred Sword back will literally just make quick work of us. Like, that's actually got me worried. But, we're gonna try. Actually, a Sludge Bomb there. Ah, and the crit. Oh, man. Okay, that crit really stings. That makes me really sad. But, what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, we would have comfortably had that if it wasn't for that critical hit. But that's fine. We just play hyper defensive. We're already down to, you know, our last two, and we've done minimal damage to these guys. It's not a fun time, so we're just gonna keep Cosmic Powering, and we're just gonna have to play the War of Attrition here. We just snarl again. We might be brought to our berry at this point. Okay, so they're just going to do this. This is great. This is actually really big for us. Gouging Fire, yeah, that's fine. Support one side is kind of scary. I think that's right outside berry range. That is right outside berry range. That's annoying. That's fine though. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is we're actually going to Sludge Bomb the Gouging Fire, fish for a protect, or a poison, not a protect. I'm going to protect the snail here, solely fact, you know, Heat Crash could come in, ruin our day real quick. Also, I'm just going to go for a Breaking Swipe. That would have been perfectly fine. This is going to do literally nothing. And I'm fine with that because, you know, we're a physical, I mean, we're a special attacker. We're a special attacker, so it works. Alright, again, negative damage. If we can fish that poison, that'd be huge. No poison so far. Man, I really don't want to terrestrialize right now. I feel like we need to Leech Seed. We're going to Leech Seed here. And this might be the greatest thing that's happened to us right here. There's Zacian. Okay. There's the Angry Puppy. Okay, so they played that huge crash nicely. That's good. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. Alright. Poison is just out of the KO range, so they're going to get at least one Howl off. That's annoying. It's annoying. But you know, it's fine. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was like going to survive by like 1 or 2 HP. That's actually huge. That is beyond huge because we do survive the War of Attrition between Landers and stuff. So we just recover here. So maybe I'm seeing Sword Stance. Sword Stance seems a little odd, like, cause you know you could like Behemoth Bat or not Behemoth Bash, Behemoth Blade. Sorry, I'm used to seeing Zamazenta now a little bit more. All right, so here's Terra Poison. That's fine. That's fine. You know, we're not worrying about that just yet because we got to play the War of Attrition against this guy. Yeah, so here's the Behemoth Blade. It's gonna do. Yeah. That's what I'm worried about, though. We gotta out Earth Power that. And at 16, we should be able to outstall these things. Yeah, at 16, we should be able to outstall these. No, they're gonna be playing smart. That was a huge waste. Let's Cosmic Power again, because that's it. War of Attrition here. That's all we're doing is War of Attrition. Of course, man. Never lucky, bro. Never blessed. Never blessed. So essentially, like, as I said in the beginning, of this, pretty much the only thing that could really shut this thing down once we get going is critical hits. And unfortunately, that's a prime example right there. That's a prime example right there. We would have won this thing 1000% of, you know, come to a War of Attrition, but no dice. Never blessed. I don't even think if we terrestrialized it would have done us any good. But there we go. That's a great example of the fact that, you know, you could play the outs correctly, but, you know, crit just ruins, you know, it just ruins it. Because, as I said, we had that 1000% in the bag. Just had to beat the War of Attrition, but, you know, a single crit really just does the entire team in. Which is unfortunate, but I guess every team's got to have an Achilles heel, right? I'm going to try and get one more in for this video. But, yeah. Fortunately, that's a great prime example of, like, you know, just how to beat this team. Right. Last one of the day. So, this is definitely very psychic-oriented. This is definitely a very psychic-oriented team, and, quite honestly, I think we could easily just, like, wall this if we terrestrialize into a dark type. And just go from there. Like, that just really feels like it's going to be, like, one of the best, like, case scenarios. Definitely having Wo-Chien in the back would be great because everything relies on special attack except for the Malamar, obviously, and the, you know, Sneasler. But other than that, I think we can safely wall this team fairly well. I think we can safely wall this team fairly well, with minimal issues. With minimal issues. So, I'll just wait for them. Spectre is one of the more annoying mons to deal with, unfortunately. Because it's just genuinely that good. Like, not Spectre, but Calyrex, like both variants, is it's a very difficult Pokemon to deal with this team. But then again, like, if you know what you're doing, I don't know. I think I'm contradicting myself when I say this, but, like, it can be difficult if you don't know what you're doing, but if you know how to, you know, call it, it's fine. Alright, so like this, honestly, I'm perfectly okay with just terrestrializing immediately. And part of me wants a kind of hard swap. Part of me kind of wants a hard swap here. And the reason I want a hard swap is because they could fake out Urshifu and just hit us with Articuno and we're curtains. That's not exactly something I want to do, but at the same time, I really want to get this Sneasler out of here. I really want to get the Sneasler out of here. So is this going to be in our favor? Probably not. Probably not, the more I think about it. But, you know, honestly, you know what, Acrobatics. I didn't even think about Acrobatics. Acrobatics is very much a move that is going to happen here. Are we going to see Terraflying Acrobatics? We're going to see Terraflying Acrobatics. Terraflying Acrobatics. Son of a bitch. Oh man. Okay, so I played that one against myself. I played myself. It's okay though. That's okay. Because it's still very much not over. It's almost maybe worth running Scarf on, or not Scarf, Sash on Urshifu at times. So I don't know. I don't know. That might be like a little footnote I might add, you know, but I don't know. That is unfortunate. This team does have a massive flying weakness, which is hilariously sad because like flying types typically aren't that useful. And then, you know, boom, Sneasler. I'm Machikacha just in case they try and go for like the follow me or something here. But we are +1, so we should handle a close combat if they try and go for that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, they're just gonna go for the acrobatics. Okay, that's fine. They just really did not like that Sinistra. A little excessive, but you know. Alright, that is great. That's great. Because we could still try to pull this back here. It's not. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen, folks. Let's go ahead and Sledge Bomb again. We're actually going to protect here, because, yikes. As I said, one thing we didn't want to happen just happens. Please do it again. Please do it again. Okay. Okay. So there's a chance, folks. There is an absolute chance that we pull this back. Alright, Sneasler's gone. That is the biggest threat. Gone. Out of the way. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. This is why you don't give up. This is why you don't give up. Alright, so Articuno is going to be the next annoying problem here. Let's just Cosmic Power, and we're actually going to Leech Seed it. And the reason we're going to Leech Seed it is that way we can get a little bit of HP back. I know it can't hit us with Freezing Glare. It probably does have access to, like, Hurricane or something. Okay, Air Slash, that's fine. Yeah, okay, Air Slash is actually, like, the least problematic thing that they could have thrown at us. Okay, well, you know what, that's fine, that's fine. It's whatever, it's game, it's the game. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong when I'm recording, yeah? 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 Is that how it goes? What is going on with this? It's not even bright outside. Oh my god. It's literally like super like dark. And what the hell is going on out there? Oh, come on, dude. Okay, now that's a little annoying. That's actually, it's not just a little annoying. That is incredibly annoying. That is now 2 for 2, flinches, you know. We know we win this if we play it right, but they're just going to sit there and get, you know, incredibly lucky. That's so dumb. Let me guess, crit? No? Okay. Just a high roll. That's fine. We got the power of God and anime on our side here. that's cute. It doesn't bother me one bit. Yep. Calyrex, yeah. So Calyrex, unless it's got like, you know, a random, like, well, it can't be terrifying because they already used her, so can't touch us. This is actually silly. This is actually silly right now. So we're just gonna beef up. Every time we go to attack, obviously we can't attack, so we're just gonna beef up. Because we know that this guy can't touch us. Yeah. That's going to do literally nothing. Literally nothing. Alright, let's just, let's get another one going, and then we can, like, recover if we feel like it's justifiable. Yeah, we'll recover, just to show that, you know, no matter what you throw at us, you gotta get lucky again, and flinch. Alright, do I want to Sludge Bomb? Actually, no, I'm gonna recover just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna recover, because... yeah, we're below half. Have fun. Yeah, we're back at full health. Like, we're back at full health. I'm gonna fish for a Sludge Bomb, like poison. Alright, no such luck on that, that's fine. Let's go ahead and Sludge Bomb one more time. Let's see, and Pollen Puff has got like 16 charges, so it can hit us a total of 8 times. Alright, there's the poison. That's a timer. Alright, and I am going to go ahead and recover here. Just because. Actually, no. You know, do I want to? Like, I only have a limited amount. It's fine. We're not going to. Ah, yes. Now they're going to start timer stalling because they know that, you know, that's the only way they can beat me. Like, that's seriously the only way that they can beat me now is by going to timer, and it's kind of sad, it's kind of silly. Shameful. Shameful, shameful, shameful display, guys. Shameful display. Oh, I thought we were about to get another poison. I was about to say, Jesus, there we go. You know, I'm gonna Sledge Bomb again, because why not? Get another timer going. Be nice. You know, I just find this funny because, like, unfortunately, like, it's a legitimate way to win, but like, I know that like in a competitive format, like, or like in a tournament, like, from what I've heard, people get really upset if like opponents try and do this. So like, even the judges. Also, they forfeit. Okay, we'll take that. They just know that they couldn't win. They just cannot win that war of attrition. Man, this is why I love this is why I love Eternatus so much, y'all. This is why I love this thing so much. Because even with all the unlucky like crits or all the unlucky flinches, not crits, it played off. Anyways, yeah, as I was saying, like, yeah, it's a viable tactic, but like from what I've heard, like judges do not take kindly to timer stallers. So, whoopsie. Right. So I know I said that was gonna be our last one. But let's run one more. Let's run one more. And here's an interesting one. That's a very interesting team we actually got here. Not gonna lie, I almost don't want to lead Eternatus, believe it or not. Yeah, I think we're not gonna lead Eternatus, but we're actually gonna go Fluttermane and Incineroar. Fluttermane and Incineroar might be a really good one. Obviously Eternatus is going to be in the back because that's like our showcase mon, and I want to try and use it as much as I possibly can. And I can't see much use for Urshifu here. I could go Wo-Chien. There's enough physical or like special presence on here that we could use Wo-Chien. Axe with the Pollen Puff also still hits Latias pretty decently. Hits, you know, Samurott easily. Hits non-terrestrialized Ogerpon easily. So I'm actually okay with that. We're not gonna have a little little medic with us, so I think it's gonna be your first one, right? Because I don't remember the first one I had that, or if I had the same thing or not. So figuring it out. All right. So, and the reason I'm not bringing Eternatus first is because Fluttermane and Groudon hit so freaking hard, like together. It is a nasty lead. Alright, so this actually works because, even when terrestrialized, Ogerpon doesn't always KO Flutter, or, yeah, Flutter, obviously. I meant to say Ogerpon. So I'm actually going to fake out the Latias, see where we're going with this. Because, yeah, a Cudgel is going to hurt, but not so much as them getting a Tailwind up or anything. So, if I can mitigate as much damage as I potentially can, let's go for it. Alright, it's going to do a lot of damage. Obviously, if it's Sash, it's gone, but it's not Sash. It's most likely Cobra Cloak. Alright, so here's the Cudgel. Yeah, we eat that. That's it. I was pretty confident with that. And as you can see here, like, this team is still very capable of going just, like, hyper-offensive. Like, just hyper-offensive, like, as much damage as you possibly can. Alright, so we're just going for the Dazzling Gleam here, so that's still going to hit their Fluttermane incredibly hard. They are faster, though, so it's probably a speed set. Well, I mean, ours is a speed set, too, but, like, theirs is probably, like, just to, you know, get as much speed as possible. That's what I was trying to say. Alright, and I'm actually okay bringing Wo-Chien out here, and I know Wo-Chien's kind of a risky play. Wo-Chien is definitely a risky play here, but I want to have as little, like, presence as I can, or like little offensive presence as I can on this Groudon. We are going to just point this thing, I guess you could say. So let's just Dazzling Gleam real quick, and we're actually going to protect and scout. Because I know a Dazzling Gleam from their end is also going to hurt really, really bad. Like a Dazzling Gleam from their end is going to hurt really bad, followed by a Heat Crash. Not something I want to be on the tail end of. But if we can actually get rid of their Flutter, if we can get rid of their Flutter, we win. Alright, yeah, we just barely hang on. So we got lucky there. Oh, we got really lucky there. Alright, doing about 50%. That shows that is actually clear amulet, so it was a good thing we didn't try and go for, like, you know, the parting shot or anything like that whenever it was, or whenever Incineroar was around. Worked out. Alright, Flutter Mane did everything that Flutter Mane needed to do and then some. Honestly, really, really happy with how Flutter Mane acted. But as you can see, it's not just, you know, you have to hunker down. You can play hyper offensive if you want with this team. You just have to call your cards right. Alright, so I'm actually going to go for a pretty solid flamethrower here instead of just, you know, bulking up. We're going to go for a flamethrower here, and we're actually going to pull up, but we're just going to double into it. Because this should do about 40%. Okay, a little bit less than I was expecting, but they're actually going to go for the Eruption, which is questionable. Very questionable, but we'll take it. We will take it. Alright, so that is Curtains, and just Leech Seed, just because we can. Alright, well, that actually is the end of the showcase of Eternatus and, you know, its team, showing that it's actually a really, really solid Pokemon. Still personally my favorite legendary, and that's, again, why we started off, you know, our showcase with Regulation G with Eternatus, because it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of damage, and it just does what it needs to do 90% of the time, you know, besides the crits. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, tell me what you guys want to see down below for our next one. You know, Articuno, not Articuno, but you get what I'm saying. Any of the restricteds you guys want to see, shoot me a shot. If you want to, thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like down below. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on, all that jazz. I know this video ended up a little weird, and I know this is definitely not the kind of thing that we do, but we are so close to 1,000 followers over on Twitch, and once we hit 1,000 followers, I am going to start doing Thursday tournaments, y'all. So if you guys are interested and you guys are not followed, definitely go over there, drop a follow, help me get that 1,000 mark. We'll start doing some tournaments every single Thursday. Starting off some Regulation G. I don't know exactly what is going to be the whole shtick with it, but it's just a little bit of an announcement I wanted to make. And yeah, thank you all again. I will see y'all in the next video.